Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond. Erin. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Jen Guzman and Erin Woolley this morning, talking about fun HR stuff in the private equity space. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
Did I significantly age myself with the Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond line?
Possibly, yeah.
You do remember that from Saturday Night Live, right?
I do.
I'm not alone here. Okay, great. Well, we thought we'd have some fun. Erin is one of our leaders in the HR consulting space here at Empower HR. She leads the HR consulting practice in our Chicago market. Erin, thanks so much for joining me this morning.
Yes, I'm excited about this.
Yeah. Erin, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been at Empower, sort of your background relative to HR and how you got here.
Sure. So I have about, 18 years of HR experience. The majority of that experience has been in-house HR in different industries. You know, I was in the food manufacturing industry, warehousing, logistics, banking, the financial space, also some supply chain organizations. So those are my 18 years. And in the past 3 years, I've been here at Empower and have led the team, as you said, in the Chicago area. It's been a great experience and looking forward to many more.
Yeah, absolutely. So Erin, our team spends a lot of time in the private equity space, both pre-acquisition, post-acquisition. I would say probably 30% of our business is dealing with private equity firms. We have a scenario where we deal with the private equity firms both at the fund level as well as at the portfolio level. We have one of those partners that's a client here in Chicago. So we'll keep out names for now, but we'll talk about the work that we do at the fund level as well as with their portfolio businesses. But Erin, tell me a little bit about the work that you do at the fund level currently. You've been assigned to them for a few years now as an HR consultant as well. And tell me about some of the things that you do with them.
Sure. So I found with, PE firms, they are externally focused. They're working with their portfolio companies. That is their focus. So I find that we can step in to support them internally in building, an HR infrastructure for them. And we do this through, the onboarding process, compliance work, any required training that they need, developing internal policies and benefit plans. And in the rare instance, we coach them through an employee relations issue and support them with any employee relations. So this way, we can really take over that admin piece of their HR function and often the strategic piece as well. But our internal focus with them will allow them to focus on what matters most to them, and that is growing and managing their portfolio of companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say a lot of our PE partners are doing a lot of really cool, innovative, progressive type purchases. I mean, they're spending still time in obviously normal businesses, but some of the things that are coming out of their acquisitions to date have been new and different, and it allows us to learn a lot of new things as well, which has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So the partner that you work with, we do support a number of their portfolio businesses, but they did an acquisition about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago. And their original plan was to exit that business in probably 3 to 5 years. But because of some of the work that we've done and because of the direction of that organization, they were able to make a much quicker exit in 1 year. And now I understand have been purchased by $1 billion strategic partner in their space, which is amazing. So tell me a little bit about the work that you did with that portfolio company, how you got them, helped them get from good to great in order to be an attractive business to buy.
Sure. Well, just from the beginning, when we engage with a portfolio company, they tend to fall within that small to mid-size range, similar to most of our other clients, but we know these clients are different. We realize that there's a short and long-term goal here of preparing for future sale and exit of the portfolio. So knowing this, we will hit the ground running in assessing their current HR infrastructure, and we quickly align ourselves with the leadership team at that company in order to identify, opportunities and deliverables where we can provide that support to make the business more attractive. So some ways we've done this, one thing that my personal favorite process to run is a talent review.
Yep.
So what we do is we take a high level view of the overall talent throughout the organization by conducting this review. And so we walk managers through this process and train them on how to complete, a 9-box for evaluating their team members. So after the talent review is complete, it does take a lot of time, but it results in so many great findings that provides an insight to future workforce planning for the organization. We use that to create a recruitment strategy for them to grow their business and their management team. We identified high potentials, as well as other action items that we will deliver over the next 3 to 5 years in our partnership.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know that talent review is your personal favorite, but I think a lot of that front end work as a purpose-driven organization is to really build an authentic connection, be relentlessly accountable to the outcome, but really earn the trust from the leadership team in order to be able to deliver a successful talent review. So tell me a little bit about your relationship with the leadership team at that portfolio company.
Yes, yeah, it does. Spending so much time in this talent review, you really get to know the leaders, and that's what we love to do, is we make that authentic connection right off the bat, so then we can earn that trust, and we can have those hard conversations with them, because in the talent review, sometimes there are things that come out that from a company that has experienced that rapid growth, their management team, they came from the entry level position, and they've moved up through the company, and sometimes those managers don't have the managerial skills that they're looking for. So in creating that connection and earning that trust, we're able to have those sometimes hard conversations with them in order to make changes to put them in a better position.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that I thought of with this specific client is they also did an add-on business before they were acquired. So you did a lot of work, and you got the team to do a lot of work around the integration of that, which again is integral to their overall success of their putting that infrastructure in place, right? So tell me a little bit about the integration work that you did for them.
Sure. So this specific client found that they needed to expand their technology base and with their products. And so they had identified some acquisitions, and we were able to jump in and create a great experience for those employees at the company coming in. We're able to provide a smooth onboarding, integrate them into the company culture, introduce them, and make them feel as part of the company right away.
That's awesome. And that's really critical. Culture integration in any scenario when there's an acquisition in play or an add-on in play is super important to the overall success of the organization. So sadly for you, this client is now moving away from us because they are integrating directly into the business that has acquired them. So I know that was bittersweet for you. You were excited about their success, but obviously sad to lose them. But just to wrap up this piece, what is some of the work that you did to help them with that transition over? So obviously you were on from the very beginning, you were there at the fund level, you were there at the acquisition level, now you're here at the exit. What's some of the work that you've done with that group?
Sure. So once the buyer had been identified, the team at the client, they were able to tap into our resources, our benefits team, myself, and we were brought in to work alongside the HR department at the buying company. So we were able to hold weekly meetings with the buying company's HR department to ensure that there was a smooth transition for employees from the client company into their new companies. So we were able to talk through benefits, culture, and just any other open items that the buying company needed to be aware of prior to the sale.
That's awesome. So it was a super exciting deal for them. We're obviously super proud of them. So any other add-ons that you would say, or any other things that we did to ensure that the infrastructure was set for this organization to prepare for a successful exit? Anything else we didn't cover?
I would say, there are other projects that we did with them where I mentioned before, we did a management and leadership training series in order to really grow and develop their employees within that year and a half. And we found the managers, there were some skill gaps there, and that came from that talent review. So we were able to provide a full leadership training series to them to grow their managers. And there are other projects we did. We did an engagement survey to drill down into the employee level to ensure, if there was anything that we were missing that would come from that employee side. And so I feel that we covered the full employee life cycle of HR
in just a short period of time too, which is awesome.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for that awesome success story, Erin. I have a last question for you. So back at the beginning of our conversation, we talked about we do some work pre-deal as well. So with our PE partners, whether they're clients or not, they could just be a partner of ours. We also do pre-diligence work for them. So we'll walk through an HR diligence checklist. I know some of the HR consultants on your team here in Chicago have done some great projects with some of our Chicago-based PE firms. What does some of that diligence look for, and what is the benefit in having an HR partner when you're running through diligence?
Okay. Yeah, we've done this, like you said, at a couple of places. So we utilize a tool that we developed. It evaluates all area of HR as well as just the organization. And from this tool, we're able to provide an executive summary, and that includes the findings in different areas of HR. We provide recommendations on what they could potentially do to improve this area. We also give a potential risk level, and we assign it a risk level to tell, like, hey, this is a low risk here, may not need a change. This is a high risk. You should actually really think about this area. So it kind of gives the leadership a chance to really look from a high level view.
Erin, all of that diligence work upfront is super helpful, and it allows the PE firms to really focus on their subject matter expertise and not become a subject matter expert in HR and just lean on the experts to do those types of things and look for any blind spots and gaps and things like that pre-acquisition. Erin, thanks so much for your time this morning. I've enjoyed our conversation. I've learned a little bit more about what we do as well with these partners. And obviously, we look forward to supporting all of you with your acquisition initiatives moving forward. So if you need help, don't go at it alone. Erin and her team have a full bench of subject matter experts, and you can reach out to us below, and we'll be happy to partner with you. Erin, thanks so much for your time this morning, and we look forward to hopefully partnering more with some of you.
Thank you.